We're just about set and ready to go. Arab, the #1 seed. They're our home team tonight, dressed in their whites, the Guntersville Wildcats, the visitors, and they're the #4 seed. They're dressed in their crimson tonight, and both teams now out on the floor. Let's see, Dave, if the officials let everybody on the floor touch the basketball like we saw in our first game tonight.
I had never seen that before.
It looks like jumping will be Strickland and Avery to get us started tonight in our second semifinal, and the ball was almost in the air and the official dropped it. And he's grinning at himself. He just dropped the basketball. Now it goes in the air and the tip is controlled by Arab, and Owen Thomas sets it up. Guntersville comes up quickly in a trap. He tries to dribble out, throws it away, and Dake Peterson is there. He'll drive to the bucket off the turnover, go underneath the basket to Avery. Avery backs up for a three. It's off the iron, no good, tipped around, and Arab controls the rebound. Landon Strickland into the front court is Zach Hallman. And Owen Thomas passed the ball back and forth. Thomas on the left wing. Dribbling down into the corners. Hallman, he'll put up a shot off the glasses. C.J. Scott fell down and left him wide open for the bucket.
He tried to draw that charge, but the official said, let's play.
Scott with the basketball is driving to the basket. That's Howell. And great drive that time by Oakley. Howell, the senior, able to go strong to the bucket. He took the contact, scored, and he'll try to complete the three-point play.
Great determination by Howell taking it to the basket. He was not going to be denied on that trip.
He had a big game other night in their win we saw here against Asbury. Howell tried to complete the three-point play and does, and Guntersville has the early lead here 3-2. Both teams scoring on their first possession as Arab will have the ball as Owen Thomas, the point guard, and for Coach Brandon Cruz will set the offense for the Knights. It goes to Strickland. Strickland dribbles back out front, looks down inside, now reverses his dribble, goes in the corner to Jennings. Jennings looks out front, he'll pass it to Benefield. Benefield on the corner to Thomas. Thomas drives into the paint, will kick it out to Strickland. Strickland working against C.J. Scott as they open up the paint. Now he'll pass out to Hallman, who will drive to the bucket, have it knocked away, but picks up the loose ball and scores. Back-to-back buckets now for Zach Hallman for Arab.
Good patience by Hallman to gather that loose ball and put it back in.
Arab a 1-point lead at 4-3 here as we're just underway. Oakley Howell once again as he'll spin and put up the shot. Excuse me, that's not Howell. That was Porch. Great move by Jackson Porch as he drove to the baseline and put up the soft jumper. Hallman with the basketball is a quick 5-4 Guntersville lead here with 6:11 to go in the first quarter. C.J. Scott guarding Hallman. It goes in the corner. Down the baseline it goes to Jennings. Jennings loses control of the basketball, but I believe it was last touch there. A good defense on the baseline by Jackson Porch.
Guntersville's forcing Arab to start their offense way up top.
Arab will inbound underneath their own bucket on the baseline, comes all the way out to half court to Owen Thomas. He works against Dave Peterson in the paint to Strickland. Strickland spins against Avery. Now he'll kick it back to Thomas out front. Almost a bad pass, but saved there by Jennings. Jennings in the corner. They're trapped once again. Now they go down inside. Making a move is Jennings down inside. He'll spin. He'll put it up and score.
Nice move.
Good move. Excuse me. That was not Jennings. That was Benefield scoring for the Arab Knights. His first two tonight. It's 6-5 as we go back and forth here in the first quarter. Dave Peterson with the basketball. He'll pass it to Porch. Porch once again drives. He'll kick it in the corner. Oakley Howell into the paint. He's going to be charged with a push-off. No doubt about that one.
That off arm, he pushed him. Gave him some space.
He drove into the lane, and he used his off arm. He scored, but they're going to wave the basket off. The offensive foul that time on Oakley Howell, his first. Trap in the backcourt. Guntersville almost up with a steal, but Hallman comes away with it, but knocked away. But Hallman once again gathers as Guntersville trapping in the backcourt, and we got a whistle and a timeout. No, it's a 10-second call that time on the Knights. A turnover as Guntersville's trap forced the turnover there, and we're going to inbound it
right in front of us.
Right here in front of us. Is 6-5 is the score. Now they're going to change. 6-5, Arab leads, 5:08 to go first quarter. C.J. Scott with the basketball. He'll set the offense. He goes to Jackson Porch, who drives along the baseline. He'll kick it back to Avery all the way to the bucket. Nice move, but he missed it. He missed the shot. Good defense there by Strickland, and Strickland comes away with a loose ball to Hallman. Hallman works it to Thomas. Thomas, top of the key. Back to Strickland. Strickland drives back to Thomas. He drives in. The little runner is no good. Rebounded there. Put back up, no good. But Dylan Benefield once again doing good work down in the paint for the Knights.
Benefield, great position for that offensive rebound. He's going to go to the line to shoot two.
We got subs about to check in for both teams as Dylan Benefield. A couple offensive rebounds for him tonight. His first free throw is up and good. He has 3 points, and Arab's lead is now 2. Is in the game for Arab is Wyatt Lamar. Also checking in for Arab is Jack Bishop. Guntersville has subs. It looks like Dadrian Waller is in the game for Guntersville, and also looks like Cam Logan also in the game for the Guntersville Wildcats. 8-5 is the score. Is Benefield made both free throws. Into the front court is C.J. Scott. He looks. He'll get it off to Jackson Porch, who will drive. He'll kick it back out to Scott. Scott will drive. He'll kick it back out to Howell. Howell drives again. Almost stolen, and now he'll get it back to Jackson Porch as he'll set the offense. Porch looks to drive. He'll put up the runner. It's off the front of the iron. No good. But Cam make that Waller with a rebound. Driving once again in the corner it goes, and we got a whistle, and he's out of bounds. Oakley Howell got the pass that time from Jackson Porch, but he had a foot on the sideline. And into the game for the Arab Knights is Lawson King, the 6'3 junior. So both teams going to the bench here early in the first quarter. Arab with a 3-point lead at 8-5. Into the front court is Zach Hallman. Hallman in the corner. They go down inside. It's stripped away. A whistle. And I believe it was last touch there. As they tried to go inside to Lawson King, the ball was stripped away, but Guntersville the last to touch it. Exactly 4 minutes to go first quarter. Guntersville trailing the Arab Knights 8-5. Inbounds it comes to King. King spinning. He will get it to Thomas. Thomas to Hallman. Hallman's long three is off the front of the iron, and Guntersville gets the rebound. That's Logan with the rebound. And here comes C.J. Scott into the front court. He'll pull up at the three-point line at the top of the circle, and now they'll set their offense as Porch drives, spins, puts up a runner. In and out, no good, but Logan there for the rebound as he battles, kicks it back out, and that's Howell's long three. And Oakley Howell has knocked down his first tray of the night. He has 6 points, and we're tied at 8-8. In the backcourt is the Knights. It's Hallman into the front court, beating the Guntersville pressure. We've got a whistle and a travel there as they got the ball inside to Lawson King, and King a little too much in a hurry that time, Dave.
Well,
Shuffled his feet.
He felt pressure on him, and he shuffled those feet.
3:15 to go. We have a 8-8 game. Here in front of us is Oakley Howell. Howell top of the circle as he'll go to Jackson Porch. Porch and Howell playing for the ball out front. Man-to-man, Arab defense here is driving the ball. Once again is Howell. He'll put it up off the glass. No good as they kind of spread the floor and let him go one-on-one. He misses a shot, and here comes Arab into the front court. Is Hallman with a basketball. He'll give it to Thomas. Thomas waves a teammate looking for a screen. Now he'll drive. He'll kick it back to King. King looking out front to Bishop. Bishop drives, is cut off there. He'll bring it back out, and now Coach Cruz calls for another play here in front of us. Stepping out is King. King looks for some help. He'll get it to Hallman. Hallman drives all the way to the baseline. There's a whistle and a foul. I believe that will be on Cam Logan as he cut him off there on the baseline, but contact was made on the shot, and the Arab Knights will go to the free throw line, and that will be Zach Hallman, the 6'1 sophomore. He has 4 points in the game, and he'll shoot 2. First shot is up and good for Hallman, who now has 5. Checking back in the game for Arab will be Landon Strickland. He's one of the starters. One more coming for Hallman.
Havis goes into the game for Guntersville.
And the second free throw is no good. And rebound there is both. It looks like Caleb Cobb also in the game for Guntersville off the bench. C.J. Scott is cut off. Back to Cobb. Cobb looks for help, goes across to Holstenbach. Holstenbach drives. He's cut off there on the baseline and goes back to Oakley Howell, and they'll set the offense again. Oakley Howell on the right wing looks to.
Hey folks, Mark Bricky, Sand Mountain Toyota. Back in 2006 when we started, little do we know we'd grow into one of the top Toyota dealerships in the South. On our 17th anniversary, we want to thank our customers and community for your continued support. We want to thank you for trusting us with your new and pre-owned automotive needs and for keeping your vehicles serviced and maintained. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It has been our greatest honor being your dealership and part of this community, but more importantly, your friend. That's why at Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Guntersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Pliers.
Pliers.
Phone. Care can be distracting.
Phone.
That's why our new Whirlpool Smart Range lets you care smarter with control from anywhere. So life doesn't revolve around your range.
Give me that Phillips screwdriver, would you, kiddo?
Every day, care. Whirlpool.
Your local source for Whirlpool products and service is Bond's Appliance in Guntersville.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
We are a bank for the citizens of our communities that we operate in, and we operate with a degree of trust that everyone hopes that they can find in their banking organization.
Inside, goes inside to Havis. Havis in the corners. They move it quickly. Holstenbach had a three, passed it up, drove. Mayab walked with the basketball, shoots no good. Great job on the offensive board by Havis. He misses. Now Cobb gets his opportunity, and we've got a whistle as the Wildcats going to the offensive glass there. They just couldn't finish at the rim.
They just couldn't put it in. Yeah, they got, what, 2 or 3 offensive rebounds on that trip down the floor.
Looks like Drew Puccio checking in the game for the first time for the Arab Knights, and Owen Thomas is going to get his first breather. Nope, he's going to stay in. As Guntersville will inbound the basketball, C.J. Scott looks for some help. He'll get it in, and he comes in to Oakley Howell. Howell now will set the offense. Calls for a play, calls for a screen. C.J. Scott now out front with it. To Howell on the right wing, back to Scott as they move it around the circle. Down inside it goes to Cobb. Cobb drives to the bucket. There's some contact there as he misses a shot. No foul. Bodies go to the ground, and here comes Arab down the floor. Quickly into the front court. Puccio back to King. King drives all the way to the bucket. Has it stripped away by E.J. Havis, and it went off of King. Good play there by the senior E.J. Havis defensively.
That was. He had quick hands right there. Knocked it off of his knee. The ball goes back to the Wildcats.
And again, both coaches going to the bench a lot here in the first half. For us broadcasters, that's hard to keep up with.
Boy, they're coming in and out, aren't they?
Every dead ball, there's somebody coming in and out. 9-8 is your score as Arab on top here from Snead State with 1:11 to go. C.J. Scott with the ball to E.J. Havis, to Oakley Howell here in front of us, to Jackson Porch. Porch looks to drive. He'll drive into the paint at the free throw line, out to Howell. Howell's going to take a long three. It's short, no good. And with the rebound there is Jack Bishop, and here comes the Knights into the front court. Strickland. He'll drive into the paint, gets a pass inside. Great play, good position that time. Dylan Benefield, he has 6 points as he scores. Good pass, though, from Strickland into the paint.
Benefield's points has come right within 5 feet.
11-8 as C.J. Scott drives. We've got a whistle and a block as Guntersville came back quickly after that bucket from Jennings, and I believe Jennings is going to pick up a foul there as he tried to draw the charge, and that's going to send C.J. Scott to the free throw line for the Guntersville Wildcats. 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. 11-8 is the score, and it looks like we're going to get Cameron Crows in the game.
He missed his free throw right there.
And
we couldn't see. All the players were in front of us.
Everybody on the Arab roster that I have, except for Evan Benefield, has played here in the first quarter, and that's 11 different players. So they're coming in and out. C.J. Scott, as Dave said, misses his first. He's got one more coming up. And his second free throw is off the front of the iron, but Cobb there for the rebound. He'll get it back to Waller. Waller tries to drive in the paint, tries to step through. We've got a whistle, and I think we'll have a hold on one of the Knights as he tried to drive through a double team. That's going to be called on Owen Thomas. And it was a foul on the floor, so he'll inbound the basketball as more players come in and out of the game.
Arab had 6 people on the floor.
I was going to say Arab was 6. Guntersville, I think, had 7 at one point there. So we're down to 5. 30 seconds to go. That's Avery stepping through, missing the shot, left it short, and Arab comes away with a rebound. Let's see if the Knights will hold it for the last shot with 20 seconds to go in a 3-point lead. With the basketball is Crows. He drives in the corner, it goes. Long three-pointer there by Jennings is no good, and Guntersville comes away with a rebound. That's Avery, and a whistle and a reach-in foul is going to be charged on Landon Strickland.
2 Arab players had the ball right there. They were fighting for the ball, and then they turned it over right there.
10 seconds to go. That was the 5th Arab foul, so Trayvon Avery's going to have a chance with the clock stopped to hit 2 free throws here with 10 seconds to go in the quarter. His first one is in and out. No good. I think that hit every part of the rim.
Oh, it did. Boy, that was about halfway down, wasn't it?
It just didn't go through the net.
It just didn't go through the net.
Avery's second free throw coming up. 11-8 is your Arab lead. His second free throw is also no good, and Landon Strickland has the ball quickly into the front court. 6 seconds, 5, 4 seconds. Thomas, the long three is no good. Rebounded there by Waller, and that's our end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter, it's the Arab Knights leading the Guntersville Wildcats 11-8 for the Marshall County Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas is your home for custom pool design and construction, along with service, sales, and repair. They're also your authorized dealer for Bullfrog Spas and Swim Spas. For your new construction or redesign of your existing personalized outdoor space, visit our large showroom, located at the top of the mountain in Guntersville. Call Lake Guntersville Pool and Spas at 256-582-4050. RE/MAX Guntersville is a proud supporter of the Guntersville City Schools academics and athletics. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the year. For all your real estate needs, call on the local professional staff at RE/MAX Guntersville, 256-582-5585. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Steve and Marilyn Murphy invite you to visit Harrelson Drugs. In addition to being your trusted healthcare resource, Harrelson carries a great selection of gifts and collectibles. You'll find aisles of the most popular names and brands suitable for any occasion. They're also your source for customized invitations and printing. You'll always find an all-occasion card to say exactly what you feel. Harrelson's also carries convenience groceries from the shelf and from the cooler. Harrelson Drugs on the corner of Obrig and Patterson in Guntersville.
First Baptist Church of Guntersville is another proud supporter of Guntersville High School. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the seasons.
Sides, Need State Community College, Wallace Plunkett Gymnasium, Jeff Allen and Dave Soha with you tonight. We get set for the second quarter. Arab up 11-8 on the Guntersville Wildcats. Both teams only 2 players scoring in that first quarter. For Arab, Dylan Benefield with 6-5. For Zach Hallman. For Guntersville, Oakley Howell had 6-2 for Jackson Porch. And Guntersville will have the first possession of the second quarter. C.J. Scott drives to the basket. Nice move, C.J. Scott. He had the size as he drove to the bucket against Owen Thomas to finish. Into the front court is the Knights. Long three-pointer is off, no good. Guntersville with the rebound coming the other way quickly. This is Cam Logan on the wing. Back to Jackson Porch. Porch will dribble to the right wing and look for a screen. He gets one, goes to Dave Peterson, who didn't play a lot in that first quarter. They go back inside to Peterson. He makes a move, will spin into the lane, put it up. It's blocked there by Strickland. Great defensive play without fouling by Landon Strickland that time to get the block on Dave Peterson in the paint. Down the baseline it goes Thomas. Thomas will get it to Hallman. Hallman looks for help. Will go back to Thomas, guarded there by Oakley Howell. On the wing it goes as they swing it back and forth. Driving down the lane and putting up the shot there is Zach Hallman. Nice drive by the sophomore and contact there on the shot. And that foul will be called on Dave Peterson. And going to the free throw line will be Zach Hallman. He has 5 points tonight and he'll shoot 2 as the Knights lead this one 11-10. Getting set to check in the game is Wyatt Lamar, and he's standing right in front of us, and I think he missed the first one.
He did.
We're courtside, and where we are is where they check in. The Arab players check in, so many times they get between us and the ball. Now the official is there, but they still missed the second one, but he runs down his rebound. Zach Hallman with a basketball after getting his own rebound after the miss. In the corner it goes to Jennings. Jennings will get it back to Hallman. Hallman tries to drive. Now will pull up, will dribble it and hand it off to Thomas. Thomas back to Hallman. He drives around the circle, goes back to Jennings. Jennings spins, looks down inside. Now we'll kick it back out. Hallman looks for a three. The long three is good. Boy, that shot looked good from where we were sitting,
You
Dave.
could tell it was going in when it left his hand.
Zach Hallman with 8 to give the Knights a 4-point lead at 14-10. Driving down the lane, there's contact there as Oakley Howell made a move to the bucket, and that's going to be a blocking foul. That's going to be on Zach Hallman as he picks up the personal foul. That'll be his first and the first team foul here in the second quarter. Guntersville will inbound the basketball along the baseline. 6:15 to go. The Knights lead this one 14-10. Guntersville inbounds it to Dave Peterson. There's a long jumper that time by Jackson Porch. No good. Oakley Howell runs down the rebound. He'll kick it back outside. Owen Thomas there runs it down. Let's see. Yes, I thought Thomas was the last to touch it. And it will go back to the Guntersville Wildcats. And Coach Brett Self wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. With 6:05 to go in the second quarter, it's Arab 14, Guntersville 10. You're listening to the Marshall County Basketball Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
It is a well-known fact. People like to do business with people they know and trust, and that is exactly what you'll find at Team One Nissan in Albertville. Hometown people with good, honest deals. Community-focused. Check us out.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. We offer only the top quality Black Canyon Angus beef, Swift natural fresh pork, grade A Kegel fresh chicken, smoked, processed, and frozen meat items. One of the most popular promotions at Piggly Wiggly is our Pick 5 meat program. Purchase a single pack of meat and pay our everyday low price, or purchase 5 packages marked with the bright red Pick 5 label for just $19.99. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
AM 630. W298 BGFM 107.5 Albertville. You found the power. Power 107.5 FM.
Guntersville with the basketball after the timeout. C.J. Scott calling out the play. It goes across court to Howell. Back to Porch. Porch is going to take the long three. It's off the iron. No good. Comes right to C.J. Scott, who misses the floater, battling for the rebound. Logan tips it again, and there's contact. Great hustle that time by Cam Logan. You've got to, if you're Coach Self, you've got to like the hustle for the young man as he kept that ball alive.
Oh, yeah, they went after that ball really hard, and, hey, it paid off because they get the ball out of bounds right here.
The foul was called on Owen Thomas on contact. That he's going to check out, and checking in will be Jack Bishop, the 5'10 senior, as Guntersville inbound at side court across from us on the sideline. C.J. Scott with the basketball. They go inside to Peterson. Peterson's floater is up and good. Nice play that time out of the timeout to score with Dave Peterson in the paint. Quickly back the other way come the Arab Knights, 14-12 with 5.5 to go in the first half. Spinning down inside for the Wildcats is Bishop. The long three back out front, and that was Carson Jennings hitting the three that time for the Arab Knights. Spinning into the front court, we've got contact there as driving to the bucket was Oakley Howell, and he was fouled as he drove to the bucket. As after that three-pointer, Guntersville came back quickly. Howell got into the paint and was fouled, and he'll shoot two. 17-12 is the score.
The Arab coaches wanted to travel on that play. It was close, but there was some contact.
First free throw by Oakley Howell is up and good. He had 6 in the first quarter. That's his first point of the second quarter. 7 now for the young man. 17-13, 5:14 to go first half. Winner plays Albertville for the county championship on Saturday here at Snead. Second free throw also up and good. Howell now with 8 to lead the Wildcats in scoring. Into the front court for Arab is Jack Bishop. Bishop spinning against C.J. Scott, almost loses the dribble as he'll set the offense once again as he dribbles behind the back down the paint. He spins, shoots, great shot that time as they kind of cleared it out, let him go one-on-one that time. A nice finish in the paint that time by Jack Bishop.
He did something that players don't do a lot now. He used the backboard.
He used the banking board. Out front is C.J. Scott, 19-14 as the Arab lead. Cam Logan with a basketball. He'll get it to Oakley Howell. Out front to C.J. Scott. He'll spin in the paint. Go back to Peterson. Peterson back to Scott, top of the circle. He'll drive, kick it to Peterson, who brings it back to the top of the circle. Back to Scott on the right wing. He'll drive to the bucket off the glass. Nice move by C.J. Scott, and he scores in the paint for the Guntersville Wildcats. It's now 19-16. Full court pressure. Moving into the front court is Jennings for Arab. He'll stop, back up, shoot the ball over Cam Logan. No good. Run down in the corner by Bishop. Bishop back to Hallman, who will drive, spin in the lane against Scott. Goes in the corner to Jennings. Jennings looks at the three now, has it knocked away, and Cam Logan comes up with a loose ball into the front court. He loses control of it. He puts it up and is fouled in the act of shooting. But that young man, he's not scored yet, but he's been active for Guntersville.
He really has. He really, that was a hustle play by him, and he's going to be rewarded by going to the free throw line for 2 shots. He's been all around the ball.
Cam Logan will shoot 2 here for the Guntersville Wildcats. His first shot is up and good as he gets his first point of the night. Looks like Havis and Hosen back in off the bench for the Guntersville Wildcats as Cam Logan will have one more shot coming up here at the charity stripe. 19-17 is the score. And Coach Self has called all the Guntersville players around him on this last shot as Logan misses it, and no one there from Guntersville to get the rebound, so Arab will come away with it. Bishop with the basketball in the front court.
Looks
to
like
Hallman.
they're going to trap.
Bishop moving through the defense to Hallman. Hallman dribbles to the right side. It's Guntersville, as you say, looking to trap. We've got a whistle and we've got a foul, and looks like that Guntersville foul. They're going to call that one on Oakley Howell, I believe.
Guntersville changed their defense. They went to a 1-3-1 half-court trap.
Oakley Howell, his second foul now with 3.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. And that was probably his third he got away with. There's a long jumper in the corner by Hallman, no good. Going up is Jackson Porch for the rebound, and he quickly brings it into the front court for the Wildcats. He may go all the way, pulls up at the free throw line. Now we'll back it out and set the offense for the Wildcats. He drives into the paint. It's stripped away on the floor. Battle for it. Comes away with it, and a great play that time by Oakley Howell to knock it to Cam Logan, who scored the easy bucket to tie this game.
Good hustle by Howell.
Into the front court is the Arabian Knights. Drew Puccio in the game will drive. He'll pull up, shoot the jumper off the glass. No good. Battle for the rebound. It comes to Bishop. Bishop steps through. May have got away with a walk. No call, but he scores at the rim. Nice play by Jack Bishop, the senior, now with 4 points for the Knights. They lead by 2, 21-19. Howell the other way will go in the corner to Porch, and we got a whistle.
I thought they had a travel there, but he got a call, a holding call on the Arab.
And that's going to be the 5th foul in the quarter against the Knights, so that's going to send Oakley Howell to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2 here with the clock stopped at 2:36. 21-19 is the score, and Oakley Howell shooting 2 for the Wildcats. He has 8 points tonight, and he can't make that one. As it rims out, Trayvon Avery checks in. Cam Logan's going to check out, but you got to be pleased if you're Coach Self at the hustle for that young man here in the first half.
He got quality. He got quality minutes out of him.
Howell's second free throw, he missed the first. His second is also no good. Trayvon Avery's there for the rebound. He had it, couldn't control it, lost it out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Knights. And we got a whistle. And I think there's a warning to the table here. I don't know who the warning went to, but it was a warning to someone here on the scores table. I don't think it was you and I, Dave.
No, we're okay.
Well, I think we're okay, but the official didn't like something that was said at the table, and he just gave them a warning. In the front court comes the Arab Knights, and there's a trap over in the corner. Great trap by the Guntersville Wildcats. That's just a tough play that time by Carson Jennings. He did about all he could, Dave. He was able to throw it off of one of the Wildcats and save that possession as it comes into Bishop.
This new defense has really given Arab some problems.
Guntersville showing their quickness. Hallman, they'll get it inside there as they swing it to the corner to Strickland. Back to Hallman, who's open for a 3. Leaves it short, no good. The rebound down inside by Wyatt Lamar. And we've got a whistle and a foul on Strickland on the rebound. So we're going to walk all the way to the, was it a foul? They're going to say a foul.
Yeah, foul on number 1, Strickland.
If it's a foul, we're going to shoot free throws, aren't we? Looks like they're going to inbound the ball. Yes, the lady official here says, no, we're going to shoot 2. That's what I thought.
Yeah, it was the foul was on Strickland on the rebound. He was over the back.
The official who gave the warning to the scorer's table was the one that was going to give it to Guntersville, but he was overruled by this young lady in front of us. First free throw is no good as Guntersville continues to miss free throws.
They really do.
They could have the lead in this game if they had made their free throws, but they struggle here in the first half at the free throw line as that time Braden Hosenbach misses that one, his second free throw. That one also no good. That's 4 in a row Guntersville has missed, and Arab has the rebound and the lead of 2 points, but stolen in the backcourt there by Hosenbach and into the front court. This is Porch driving. He'll put up a floater, and it's good. Nice move that time. Jackson Porch, he has 4, and we're tied 21-21 with 1:47 to go. Quickly into the front court, and we got a Trayvon Avery who's going to be called for a bump, and then he got a bump back from Zach Hallman after the whistle was blown. But that's only the 3rd on the Wildcats, so Arab will inbound the ball on the sideline. 21-21 is the score here in the first half. This has been a defensive battle here in the first half between these two teams. Into the front court comes Bishop. Bishop guarded by Waller. He spins down in the lane. We'll kick it back out to Crows. Crows into the paint. Now we'll back it back out, and a mix-up there between teammates, as I think cutting to the basket that time was Benefield, and the pass was where Benefield thought he was supposed to be.
Yeah,
so,
he didn't think he was going to cut to the basket.
Evan Brazelton is the only player that hadn't played, Dave. He's in the game now.
He's in there now.
Off the bench for Arab. Trayvon Avery, the long 3. He left that one short, but E.J. Havis with a rebound. As he gets back to Jackson Porch. Porch will set the offense again as we're at 1:09 to go in the first half, and Porch takes an NBA 3. It's no good. Dadrian Waller with a rebound as he tries to move along the baseline back to Havis, so Guntersville gets a reset here. Trayvon Avery in the paint, may have got away with a walk to Waller. Waller at the free throw line. Back to Scott. Scott uses the arm bar, drives in, and misses the shot, left it short. Nice drive that time. C.J. Scott just couldn't finish. And we've got a lot of the coaches now not liking the contact here, but it's not favoring anyone. Both teams are playing hard. A lot of contact out there. There was a foul called on the Guntersville Wildcats. That was on E.J. Havis, and Arab will have the basketball. Jack Bishop will bring it, or try to bring it into the front court as Porch there defensively for Arab. 38 seconds in a tie game, 21-21 left here in the first half. This could be a 5-second call there. Now Bishop moves as he's looking for, I think are they looking for the last shot, you think, Dave?
I think they are.
It's Bishop with the basketball. He's going to be double teamed, and Havis, there was a foul there. E.J. Havis, you know, he's an all-state linebacker. He came up and gave him a pretty good shiver that time, didn't he?
He sure did. He shedded that block, didn't he?
That is the 5th personal foul on Guntersville here in the second quarter. You know, Coach Reese coached E.J. to play that way. He wants him to come up and meet somebody in the hole, and he did that time. 21-21.
He plugged that hole.
He did. 18 seconds to go here in the first half. First free throw is no good as both teams now struggling.
Struggling from the line.
From the line. That's Jack Bishop misses the first. Bishop tonight with 4 points for the Knights. He has one more coming here. His second free throw. That one is up and good. It gives the Knights a 1-point lead with 16 seconds to go. 22-21 is the score here. C.J. Scott at the top of the circle gets the screen from Havis. He'll drive, almost have it stripped in the corner. It goes to Avery. Avery back to Porch. He spins, looks to get off a shot with 1 second. It's up and bounces high off the back of the iron, over the backboard, and that ends our first half. 22-21. The Arab Knights leading the Guntersville Wildcats. We're at halftime in the semifinal matchup from the Marshall County Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department.
Alexander Ford has been family owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
Supreme Courts is your ultimate local indoor facility for competition youth sports, training, and recreation activities. Home to Impact Basketball and Volleyball. Give Jonathan Hyde a call at 256-527-1051.
We know you're looking for a reliable vehicle.
Heading to work? Headed to play. Taking the grandkids to the beach.
Every vehicle comes with a warranty for the length of the contract.
And you get a Carfax with every purchase.
We make everything easy, from the application, the approval, or to the payments.
We're not your ordinary buy here, pay here dealer.
Hello, this is Maury Yancey, President of the Lake Guntersville Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber of Commerce staff, board, and membership proudly cheer the Wildcats on to victory. When you shop local, you are supporting the future of our young people. The commerce in this community helps provide the taxes to support our city schools. If you are not already a member of the Lake Guntersville Chamber of Commerce, give us a call or come by our office. Join one of the most active chambers in Alabama and one of the largest for a community our size. The Lake Guntersville Chamber of Commerce, cheering on the Wildcats.
Albertville Aggies defeated DAR 79-60 to move into the championship game. We're 16 minutes away from setting our second contest in the championship game. Arab with a lead 22-21. They'll have the ball to start the third quarter. With a basketball out front is Hallman. Hallman will go to Jennings, has it stripped away and picked up there by Porch. Porch is going to drive all the way to the bucket, lay it up, and miss the layup. Rebounded inside by Date Peterson. His first points of the night on the offensive glass, and Guntersville takes their lead. Actually, that's a second bucket for Peterson tonight. Off the offensive rebound, he has 4, and Guntersville has a lead, 23
Good effort
to
by
22.
Peterson.
And almost a steal. It was tipped away, but saved here in front of us by Hallman, who will take it down the lane. Into the corner it goes to Jennings. He'll pull up from about 8 feet away. No good. Strickland there for the rebound. It was knocked away, and Arab will continue with possession of the basketball. Nice move that time. Jennings into the paint, left the floater short, but Arab will have the basketball as they'll inbound it. It was tipped away by Avery. Avery is chased there by Strickland. He's going to lay it up and in, and Guntersville off to a good start in the second half. And another steal, or excuse me, as Arab against this pressure has turned it over. Back-to-back turnovers and points for Guntersville. Now another turnover as the Wildcats will inbound it underneath their own bucket. As they'll come into Avery. Avery with the basketball out front for the Wildcats. As he calls for a screen, now he'll give it to Porch on the left wing, back to Trayvon Avery between the circles here. Against Arab defense, back to Avery. They'll swing it to Porch. Back to the Porch. That's Avery with a long jumper, top of the circle, no good. Date Peterson battling for the rebound, and Strickland comes away with it. And Thomas into the front court now for the Knights. Inside it goes. Great move inside, fall-away jumper by Dylan Benefield. No good. He kicks it out in the corner now to Jennings, and Jennings' shot is short. Avery into the front court will drive to the bucket. He's fouled there, and he'll go to the free throw line as Trayvon Avery in transition for the Wildcats is fouled.
If Benefield would have gone just straight up instead of pushing his hands down, he wouldn't have got the foul.
That's 3 fouls for Benefield. He had 6 points in the first half. He picks up his third foul with 6:23 to go here in the quarter. Trayvon Avery's first free throw is up and good. Avery now on the night with 3 points, all 3 here in the third quarter. And we got a whistle, and Arab wants a timeout. We'll take it with them. Guntersville leading this one 26-23. You're listening to the Marshall County Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
Communities that have an independent bank located in them do far better economically than those that don't. I think that we have been able to really make a difference.
20 years that I've been here, the most rewarding thing is just to see the impact that we've had in our communities and for our customers.
Quick Arab timeout. Trayvon Avery will have one more free throw coming up. He made his first. He has given Guntersville a 4-point lead as the Wildcats have scored the first 5 points here in the third quarter. Second free throw rolls off, and rebound comes to the Knights and Dylan Benefield. Hallman will move it into the front court, working against Avery. He'll drive to the bucket, looking to get a shot, and we got a whistle, and he dribbled it out of bounds. Nice defensive work there. Trayvon Avery forcing yet another Arab turnover. Guntersville with a basketball. C.J. Scott will dribble it into the front court. Guntersville scored all 5 points here to start the quarter in the first 2 minutes. Porch drives the baseline, will spin, look for help, kick it back out to Peterson's going to take a three and knock it down. Date Peterson with 5 quick points in the quarter has given Guntersville the biggest lead of the night of 7 at 29-22 as Guntersville has scored the first 8 of the third quarter. They're on that run we talked about. The team needed to get on, and Guntersville is on that one now. As they're trying to nigh on defense as Hallman drives the baseline to get Scott. He'll get cut off and come back out front. He'll drive into the paint at the free throw line, kick it back out almost to steal, but Strickland will run it down to get it to Thomas. In the corner it goes to Hallman. His three is no good. Arab with a rebound. That's Strickland on the offensive glass. He gets a rebound, and Arab wants another timeout after the made bucket. Give it to Strickland. We've got a timeout, and with 5:16 to go in the third quarter, it's Guntersville 29, Arab 24. You're listening to the Marshall County Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
You'll like banking at People's Independent Bank and PIB Mortgage. Here, you'll receive a high level of personal service, a full array of accounts and services, a variety of mortgage loans, local loan decisions, and you will see active corporate citizenship throughout our footprint. Step up to true community banking at People's Independent Bank. www.pibonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 466340.
Congratulations to Buddy Bunch and his staff at Bunch Pharmacy as they were honored as the 2022 Health Mart National Pharmacy of the Year.
As the Electric Board of Guntersville, we want you to know that we are your partner in the community. And we hope our commitment, character, and integrity shine through every time you meet us as we empower our community to be the best it can be.
As the city of Guntersville continues to grow and prosper, your Guntersville Water Board keeps pace. For more information on the Guntersville Water Board, including fast and easy online bill payment, visit their informative website, gvillewater.com.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs and Johnson Hallmark in their new location just up the street on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Same helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items. Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
No, Arab scored on that possession. There was something about that offensive set that Coach Cruz didn't like. Even though they scored, he wasn't happy with his team, and that's why he got a timeout. 29-24, 5:16 to go. as we're back to the action, and Guntersville moves it into the front court with C.J. Scott setting the offense, guarded by Thomas, to Date Peterson, who's been the star of the third quarter. Going back door is Porch. His spinning shot is up and good, and give Peterson the assist, and a nice shot that time by Jackson Porch. The spinner on the baseline. It's 31-24. Wildcats here over the Knights. Thomas into the front court, has it stolen by Date Peterson. He'll get it to Scott. Scott drives in, lays it up and in. There's Date Peterson again, and we're seeing what we saw that other night, and Date Peterson has had a big third quarter for these Wildcats with a steal and the assist, and Guntersville leads by 9. Into the paint is Thomas, guarded there by Scott. His shot is no good, but there's contact on the shot, and C.J. Scott will get the foul. But again, I can't talk about Date Peterson. 5 points, a couple offensive rebounds, and that's assist moments ago.
He has certainly given them a spark off the bench.
It looks like we're going to have at least maybe 4 Arab players to check in, as the first free throw is up and good for Owen Thomas. That's his first point. It looks like Bishop is back, Puccio is back, and also in the game is Lawson King for Arab. Also out there is Thomas and Strickland, make that Hallman, as he makes both free throws. 33-26, 4:28 to go. C.J. Scott in the front court to Howell. He'll spin, put up the jumper in the lane. It's no good. We got a whistle and a battle for the rebound, and I think Date Peterson, trying to get position, is going to be called for the foul there against Lawson King.
Good position by Lawson King.
That's the second on Peterson, the second on Guntersville here in the second half, and ball comes into Puccio. Puccio guarded by Trayvon Avery, kind of a mismatch size-wise there. Puccio about 5'7", about 6'3" there for Trayvon Avery. Puccio gets it to Hallman. Hallman in the paint, going to the bucket all the way against Porch. He'll lay it up. There's contact there. That's going to be on Jackson Porch, as they kind of cleared out that time and let Hallman go one-on-one, Dave.
Good one-on-one play by Hallman. He used his strength and gets to the basket. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2.
Zach Hallman was the leading scorer in the first half for this Arab Knight team. Now he'll shoot 2 as he was fouled in the act of shooting. He now has 9, and it's a 33-27 game. And checking out of the game, I believe Peterson checked out. I believe also Porch checks out of the game before the Guntersville Wild. Nope, he stayed in the game. I see him now as he walks back in front of us. And Hallman makes both. He has 10. He's in double figures. And Guntersville, Cam Logan, who had a good second quarter, especially for the Wildcats, is checked back in for Date Peterson. Jackson Porch has the ball to C.J. Scott, to Trayvon Avery. As Avery goes one-on-one, they cleared out, and great play there defensively by Lawson King to come up with a loose ball to get the steal. Puccio in the front court. Jack Bishop was looking for a 3, has it blocked. Great save. That was C.J. Scott all the way to Avery. Avery misses the shot and rebounded there by Oakley Howell to put in. We had contact. We had 2 players laid here in front of our table as they went for the loose ball. Great play that time down inside. Trayvon Avery and Cam Logan, as driving to the basket that time was Thomas, and there was a push there as he went to the basket. The foul on Oakley Howell. And Howell's going to pick up his 3rd personal foul.
That was a great save by C.J. Scott right here.
It was a great save. And then contact in front of us, Dave. There's 2 players. That's like 2 football players tied up right here in front of us. As Arab will inbound the basketball. 35-28 is the score. Good driving the baseline. That's Hallman. He'll miss the layup. He was wide open. How did that not go in? It rolled around the rim and fell off at Guntersville.
Great move on the baseline. He just didn't get it to fall.
Porch with the basketball. Looks for E.J. Havis, who has checked in. Havis passes across to Avery. Avery. He's isolated on the right side. They like that matchup, and he drives to the bucket, lays it up, missed it, puts it up, no good. They cleared out for Avery. He missed the easy shot, missed his putback, and here comes Arab the other way with Puccio, almost losing it. He'll go to Thomas. Thomas looks down inside to King. Now Thomas drives the lane. He'll get it over in the corner to Hallman. Back to Thomas. His three is short, no good. It's caught there by E.J. Havis. And here come the Wildcats into the front court, leading by 7 with 2:17 to go. Havis all the way to the bucket. He's going to be called for the push-off. He used the elbow to clear out that time. Scored the bucket, but they wave it off.
Good call by the official. He used that offhand to get separation. Ball goes back to the Knights.
Checking back in the game for Arab will be Carson Jennings. Also back in the game will be Cameron Crows. As Arab seems like every time there's a dead ball, there's at least 2 or 3 players coming off the bench for Coach Brandon Cruz. They'll inbound it. Dadrian Waller checked in there for Guntersville as he just rides Thomas. I wondered when the whistle was going to be. He just was riding him up the court that time.
He really did. That was like a Bronco
ride. He saddled him up that time, didn't he?
He sure did. I mean, he started riding him back here. It was a good 20 yards.
It was. I just wondered when the whistle was going to be. It's going to spin Owen Thomas, and I think that's what Coach Self is talking to the young man about right now. First free throw is up and good by Owen Thomas. He has 3 points tonight for the Knights. And also back in the game for Arab is Wyatt Lamar. I don't think there's not been a dead ball tonight where Arab hasn't substituted. Second free throw is up and good. That's 4 points, and looks like Caleb Cobb coming back in the game. He's going to check in for Cam Logan.
I'll tell you somebody who's given Coach for Arab some good minutes. That's at Lawson King. He's come in and done a good job, number 22. 6'3", junior.
35-30 is your score. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Semifinal game, Marshall County Tournament. Dadrian Waller down inside, spins, shoots. It would not go in, and there's the man Dave's talking about, Lawson King. I think it's going to be called for the foul down inside against Dadrian Waller. The young man will go to the free throw line. Waller, 6'4", only a sophomore for the Wildcats.
That ball almost went in, and he wasn't even looking at the basket when he shot it.
Waller will shoot 2. The first one is no good. Checking back in the game, Carson Jennings for Arab. Also Landon Strickland back in the game.
King comes out. He gave some good minutes.
And checking out of the game is Wyatt Lamar. 1:57 to go. 35-30 is your score. We're in the third quarter here. The winner plays in the championship game against Albertville on Saturday. Second free throw is also no good. E.J. Havis with a rebound. The putback is good. Great hustle. E.J. Havis with a rebound and the putback off the miss. Coming back quickly is the Jennings. Jennings to Hallman. Hallman looks down inside, will give it there, and spinning is Benefield. Benefield working against Cobb. He's in the paint. He gets out, gets the pass to Hallman, and there was Cobb along with Hallman, and there was a crash into the lane, and going to the floor that time, I believe, was Hallman, and he got the worst of that.
You know what, down here, this basket that Havis got, that was a big basket because that was Arab had the ball down only 5, but Havis put it in, put them up 7.
At the free throw line is Hallman. Zach Hallman, the 6'1 sophomore. He is the leading scorer tonight for Arab. He has 11 points on the evening as he makes the first. He's got one more coming, 37-31 with 1:31 to go here in the third quarter. Hallman's second free throw rims off, and Guntersville gets the rebound, as I believe that was Date Peterson who checked back in as he gets the rebound. C.J. Scott with the basketball as he dribbles between the legs, looks to drive, kicks it in the corner. There's the long jumper by Jackson Porch. It's no good. The rebound claimed down inside by Wyatt Lamar. And here comes Coleman the other way. In the corner it goes as they swing it to Thomas. Thomas down inside. Great pass. It wasn't handled that time by Benefield, or was it kicked? May have went off
I thought it was kicked.
May have went off Guntersville. Arab will have possession of the basketball as Braden Hosenbach will check in with 1:03 to go here in the third quarter. Arab with the basketball is inbounded along the baseline. Comes into Benefield. Benefield back to Thomas. Thomas drives against Waller, and again Waller's going to be charged. He saddled him up again, Dave, as he rode him down the lane that time, and it's going to be called on Waller, and Thomas back to the free throw line.
I tell you what, Arab's climbing back in the game with these free throws.
They got to make them.
They have to make them.
Both teams have struggled at the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good by Thomas. He has 5 points tonight, all 5 here in the third quarter.
You got to feel good if you're Arab, if you can close this third quarter only down 2, 4, something like that after Guntersville went on that run.
37-32, we're under a minute to go. The second free throw is short, but it's rebounded by Lamar. But it's taken away there by Peterson. Peterson gets it ahead to Porch, and he'll lay it up and in. Jackson Porch now with 8. Great play once again. Dave Peterson and the finish there by Jackson Porch. It's a 7-point Guntersville lead, 39-32. We're under a minute, 39 seconds to go as Thomas spins in the lane. Shoots over Hosenbach, bounces around, no good. Battle for the rebound. Looks Guntersville comes away. This is Porch going the other way, quickly into the front court. He'll drive, spin, have it knocked away, gets it back, puts it up, and is fouled. As Porch, I thought, was going to lose the ball. He did lose the ball, but his hustle got it back as he spun in the lane, was fouled in the act of shooting. And Jackson Porch back at the free throw line here for Guntersville with 24 seconds to go. It's 39-32. The Wildcats with the lead here as we close in on the fourth quarter. First free throw by Porch is up and good. Jackson Porch now with 9 points as he leads all scorers for the Guntersville Wildcats. 5 of those here in the third quarter. He has one more free throw coming. Second free throw is also up and good. 41-32, 9-point Guntersville lead, 20 seconds to go. 17 as they kick it back. Avery almost a steal now. Double team in front of us with Thomas as they double team across the court. They whip it down inside. Benefield kicks it to Hallman, back to Thomas. They got to get a shot off with 3 seconds, with 2 seconds, with 1. Will he get it off? Benefield gets it off, but it's blocked by Peterson. He had the ball in the paint. The floater was no good. It was blocked by Peterson. At the end of the third quarter, the Guntersville Wildcats have a 9-point lead. It's Guntersville 41, Arab 32. You're listening to the Marshall County Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
Hey folks, Mark Bricky, Sand Mountain Toyota. Back in 2006 when we started, little do we know we'd grow into one of the top Toyota dealerships in the South. On our 17th anniversary, we want to thank our customers and community for your continued support. We want to thank you for trusting us with your new and pre-owned automotive needs and for keeping your vehicles serviced and maintained. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It has been our greatest honor being your dealership and part of this community, but more importantly, your friend. That's why at Sand Mountain Toyota, we're more than a dealership.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service has been the place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. Our family takes pride in carrying on the tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose the people you can trust. With 10 locations to serve you, including Albertville and Guntersville, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Screwdriver.
Screwdriver.
Pliers.
Pliers.
Phone. Care can be distracting.
Phone.
That's why our new Whirlpool Smart Range lets you care smarter with control from anywhere. So life doesn't revolve around your range.
Give me that Phillips screwdriver, would you, kiddo?
Every day, care. Whirlpool.
Your local source for Whirlpool products and service is Bond's Appliance in Guntersville.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Big quarter for the Guntersville Wildcats that time. In the third quarter, they outscored Arab in that quarter 20-10 as they've taken a 9-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter. And the Wildcats will have the first possession of this, the fourth quarter. The winner plays the Albertville Aggies for the Marshall County Tournament Championship on Saturday here at Snead at 6:45. Guntersville's Jackson Porch will walk it all the way across to the right wing to Dave Peterson. Peterson to C.J. Scott on the left wing. He drives the baseline, kicks it back to Porch. Porch spins and will bring it back up and set the offense. He looks to drive. He drives inside. Will kick it back out to Avery. Avery's open for a three at the top of the key. And Trayvon Avery drains a three for the Wildcats, and they have their biggest lead. They lead by 12 off the three-pointer by Trayvon Avery, 44-32. Thomas behind the back in the lane. Wild pass that time. He had Benefield, but just wasn't a good pass that time. He threw it out of bounds, and you don't like that possession. They needed points there as Guntersville's got their biggest lead as they had an open three-pointer just moments ago from Trayvon Avery. Guntersville, I don't think is going to be in a big hurry right now. They're going to look for a good shot with this lead. Jackson Porch with the basketball to C.J. Scott in the corner to Avery. Will he take it again? No, he'll go the baseline. Drives all the way, lays it up and in. He liked that matchup that time. He's 6'4", Bishop was 5'10", and he took him to the bucket and laid it in. And Avery now with 8. He has 5 points to start the quarter in Guntersville. Building on their lead, and Avery has taken it away. Nate Peterson coming up, goes to Trayvon Avery. He'll drive in, lay it up, and score. Trayvon Avery has scored 7 quick points here, and Guntersville has opened up the lead to 16 as we start the quarter. As Guntersville has scored 7 straight points, 48-32, Wildcats leading the Arab Knights. Looking for help as Benefield, and Arab has to get a timeout. We'll take it with them. With timeout on the floor, it's Guntersville 48, Arab 32. You're listening to the Marshall County Tournament on Power 107.5 FM.
We never set out to be J.P. Morgan or Wells Fargo. We set out to be Citizens Bank and Trust and to serve the community as a community bank, and we're content with that.
Nothing run by himself here to start the fourth quarter as Guntersville now up. Their biggest lead of the day is 16, 48-32, Dave.
Yeah, Trayvon Avery, he's really taken over this ball game here in the fourth quarter. He's gone one-on-one. He's played good defense. He is just really, he's got a size matchup against the defender. He's really taking advantage of that.
Avery, Howell, and Porch all with 10 points in the game for Guntersville. As Arab, they need a bucket here as Thomas with the basketball. He gets it out front to Hallman. Hallman's going to drive against Scott. Looks down inside. We've got a whistle and a foul. And that's one thing that Arab has got to do, Dave. They've got to take the ball to the bucket, make some free throws, get this clock stopped and score with a clock stopped down 16 at 6-12. They hadn't scored but 32 in the game. They're 16 down, so they got to hit free throws. They got to make stops on defense to get back in the game.
This is an interesting matchup between Hallman and C.J. Scott. Both of them are sophomores. They're going to play a lot of ball against each other down the road.
Hallman, his 12th point of the night as he hits the first free throw. Second free throw is up and good. 13 now for him, and kind of surprised not to see them in some full court pressure here. 6:09 to go. They're down by 14, 48-34. C.J. Scott to Nate Peterson. Guntersville don't have to be in a hurry now with the lead. There's Trayvon Avery.
They're going to run some clock.
He'll get it to Oakley Howell. Back to Peterson. Peterson moves against Benefield. Will get it to Scott. He's double teamed, dribbles out of the double team, gets back to Avery. Avery to Jackson Porch. Back to Nate Peterson. They're working on the clock now, running kind of a weave out front to Oakley Howell. Going back doors, and there's a reach in that time by Benefield. No doubt about that one. Trying to knock it away from Howell, and he's going to pick up the foul. Dylan Benefield, that's his 4th foul of the night. And Guntersville will inbound the basketball with 5:35 to go in a 14-point lead here for the Wildcats. Trayvon Avery with the basketball, has it poked away. C.J. Scott gets the loose ball. He'll get it back and throw it away. Good defensive stop there for Arab. They needed that coming down quickly. Hallman puts up a 3. It's no good. Rebounded there by Nate Peterson. Some contact, no whistle, and here comes Guntersville into the front court with Jackson Porch as he waves to make that yes, that is Porch waving Oakley Howell to the other side. Howell is open, now to Scott. Scott shoots a 3 wide open. And there's another dagger, Dave. That gives them a 17-point lead. Great ball movement. C.J. Scott was open and buried the 3. He has 9 tonight. Into the front court is the Knights, trailing by 17. Hallman in the lane, working against Howell, he'll put it up, score, and there's a foul. And again, that's one thing they've got to do. They've got to take it to the basket, convert some, and go to the line, and that time Hallman did.
I'm impressed with Zach Hallman. He has good moves on the inside.
He's an outstanding young player, 6'1" sophomore for Coach Brandon Cruz and Arab. And he misses the shot, couldn't convert, but Landon Strickland with a putback misses it. Well, that was big there. They had an opportunity for 4 points on that possession, only came away with 2. Guntersville in the front court. They get it to Date Peterson. Peterson to Oakley Howell. Guntersville, as we said, they're not going to be in any hurry with a 15-point lead. They just got to take care of the basketball now. Trayvon Avery will dribble it back out, hand it off to Porch, and Porch will bring it out. He works against the Arab defense. Now we'll back it out to near half court and just dribble it there with 4:13 in the clock counting. Coming out defensively quickly. This is Date Peterson working against Jennings. He's going to go all the way to the bucket, whip it around pass. It's blocked there. Nice play by Thomas as he blocked Howell, and then we got a whistle. I think that's going to be against Jackson Porch along the sideline, and a block over there.
That was a good pass in an interior, but the Guntersville guy, he could just not finish the play.
51-36, exactly 4 minutes to go to the end of this one. Arab with the basketball. Owen Thomas will work it into the front court. He'll go to Zach Hallman. Hallman is the guy they've been looking for here in the fourth quarter, to Dylan Benefield. Benefield will drive it into the paint, and there's some contact there, and I believe Benefield used that left arm to push off, and he's going to be called for his 5th personal foul. He's got a big smile on his face here in front of us, but as I think a correct call, because it was good defense there by Cam Logan. He used that left arm to push off to try to get position to shoot.
Arab's having trouble getting separation off the ball.
51-36, 3:39 to go. Benefield has fouled out of the game for Arab. Back into the game is Lawson King. As Guntersville, as we said, not in any hurry now with 3:27, 3:26 in the clock counting. Trayvon Avery guarded there by King as he'll hand it off to Porch. Porch makes a move. As he spins into the lane, he'll kick it in the corner to Avery. Avery goes down the baseline. He'll spin against Strickland, back out to Porch. Porch will dribble it between the circles, have it knocked away, but picks up the loose ball. The wraparound pass is knocked away. It was a tough pass and good defense there by Arab. As we go, long three-pointer is launched. That was from Carson Jennings. It's no good. And with the rebound, there's Jackson Porch. And Guntersville walks it into the front court. Another empty possession there for the Knights as they trail by 15 with 2:45 to go. They'll kick it back out Logan. And Cam Logan will dribble it to the left side. And he almost has it stripped away and does. And it, as the ball's on the floor, there's a scramble for it, and we've got a jump ball. As the ball was on the floor, and it was King along with Peterson there. And it's going to be Arab's basketball on alternating possession. But good hustle there by both teams.
Oh, it was. Good hustle. They were all on the floor for it.
Oakley Howell checks back in the game. He'll come in for Cam Logan. 2:33 to go. Guntersville in control of this one, 51-36. As they trail by 1 at halftime, but it's been a big second half for this Wildcat team. The long jumper should have been a foul here. Should have been a 4-point play there. Peterson got part of Hallman that time. Hallman hit the 3. He has 18. Should have been at the line as there was contact on that shot, but no whistle. 51-39 with 2:10 to go. C.J. Scott jumps into Lawson King. Contact there. He was able to score at the rim. Nice play there by C.J. Scott. As Arab comes the other way, it's tipped around. Lamar with the basketball down the baseline. He looks for help, gets it in the corner to Hallman. Hallman drives the baseline against Avery, and there's going to be a whistle, and Trayvon Avery is going to be called for the push along the baseline, and that is going to be the 4th Guntersville foul. Or did they call it? Was it a foul or a kick? They called it a foul. His 3rd personal foul. Hallman will inbound the basketball. He'll get it into Owen Thomas out front. They've got to hurry at 1:45 to go. Their trail. There's a ball knocked away. Great play, Peterson, to knock it away from King. Avery into the front court. He will back it out and run some clock. A 16-point Arab lead, a 14-point Arab lead, and we've got, a Guntersville lead. I'll get it right soon. Guntersville up 53-39, 1:34 to go. And Guntersville will have the basketball as we got 5 new players coming in for Arab now. Evan Brazelton back in the game. Also in the game, Cameron Crows. Drew Puccio in the game.
Neither team shooting free throws.
Trayvon Avery in the corner, a long three. This is no good, but a rebound there by Jackson Porch, and he'll back it out 127-126. Looks like the Guntersville Wildcats and the Albertville Aggies will square off again for the Marshall County Tournament Championship. As Dave Peterson holds the ball here on his hip, he'll go across the court. They go down inside to Avery. Avery's going to lay it up and in.
Big play right there.
Big quarter for Trayvon Avery. He has 12 tonight, 9 here in the fourth quarter. As Guntersville, a 55-39 lead. We've got 1 minute exactly to go and a whistle down inside on the Wildcats. And the foul is going to be on C.J. Scott, and Landon Strickland goes to the free throw line as he'll shoot 2 on the night. Strickland with 2 points. First one is up and no good. Cobb back in the game. Also Braden Hosenbach back in the game for the Guntersville Wildcats. 6:45 is a championship time for Saturday night here at Snead State is Albertville and Guntersville. Once again, don't know how many times those two have played down through the ages in the Marshall County Tournament for the championship, but they're going to do it once again.
They're going to do it in 2024.
They are. Big second half for the Wildcats. They trailed by 1 at halftime. They've dominated in the second half. The baseball pass saved there by Scott, and there's a foul there by Puccio. And they're separating players down under the basket as C.J. Scott will go to the free throw line, and he will shoot 2. 55-40, 58 seconds to go in the game. C.J. Scott shooting 2 for the Wildcats. He has 11 points on the night and make it 12 as he makes the first. 4 players in double figures tonight for the Guntersville Wildcats. So a good night, good team effort tonight by the Wildcats. Second is up and good. Scott now with 13, and he's going to check out. Also, Trayvon Avery will check out. Waller's back in along with Havis, and Guntersville leads 57-40. Puccio almost threw it away, but I guess they did throw it away. They give it back to the Guntersville Wildcats. I thought Waller may have touched it last, but they said no, it was touched last along the bench here by Evan Brazelton, and Guntersville's Braden Hosenbach into the front court, looking to run out the clock with 47 seconds to go. Hosenbach drives to the right. He'll go all the way to the bucket down the baseline, have it stripped away. Guntersville will save it. E.J. Havis thought about a 3, and he's called for a walk. I think he wanted to shoot the 3 and thought better of it, and then shuffled his feet and turned it over.
He was going to take it to the basket. He was going to shoot the ball, wasn't he?
57-40. A long jumper by Crows is no good, and Havis is there to clear the rebound for Guntersville. Here comes the Wildcats with a 4-on-1. Waller to the bucket, going to lay it up, missed it, but Cobb there with the rebound. The lefty up, no good. Logan, no good. Rebounded there by the Knights, and we got a jump ball, and this one is going to belong to the Wildcats with 14.9 to go. Nope, they're going to call a foul. I thought it was a jump ball, but they're going to call a foul on E.J. Havis. And we're going to have free throws coming up with 14 seconds to go. 57-40. We know who the championship games are going to be. It's going to be Guntersville and Arab for the girls at 5:15 on Saturday. At 6:45, it'll be the Albertville Aggies and the Guntersville Wildcats for the boys Marshall County Championship as Cameron Crows hits the free throw. And that's his first point of the night. He'll have one more coming, and he makes them both. As Waller will bring it into the front court, and I don't think either team, I think this will run out with 9, 8, 7. Guntersville is going to win this one 57-40 as the Guntersville Wildcats and Coach Brett Seff will go back to the Marshall County Tournament Championship with a 57-42 win tonight over the Arab Knights. Arab led 11-8 at the end of the first quarter. The Knights had a 1-point lead at halftime, 22-21. Guntersville had a big third quarter, outscoring Arab in that quarter, Dave, 20-10. That was the change in the game. That's where the game turned at the second half. And of course, here in the fourth quarter, Guntersville outscoring Arab in that fourth quarter, 16-10. They win going away tonight, 57-42.
Guntersville took control of this game early in the third quarter, and I think they got up quickly by about 6 or 8, and they just never relinquished that lead. They just kept putting pressure on Arab, and so Guntersville won going away.
Looking at scoring numbers tonight for the Guntersville Wildcats, 12 for Trayvon Avery, 10 tonight for Oakley Howell, 7 for Date Peterson, 2 for E.J. Havis, 10 for Jackson Porch, 3 tonight for Cam Logan, and 13 for C.J. Scott as he led the way this evening. For the Arab Knights, they were led by the sophomore, Zach Hallman. He had 18 on the night. Also this evening, 2 points for Cameron Crows, 5 for Jack Bishop, 6 points for Dylan Benefield, 3 for Carson Jennings, 3 points tonight for Landon Strickland, and Owen Thomas finishes with 5 points tonight. The Arab Knights dropped to 18-5 on the season. The Guntersville Wildcats now 15-6. Earlier this evening, the Albertville Aggies, they won their semifinal against the DAR Patriots. That final was a 79-60. So it'll be the Albertville Aggies and the Guntersville Wildcats once again for the Marshall County Tournament Championship in boys varsity action here on Saturday afternoon, Dave.
It ought to be a good one.
Should be a good one, as Albertville and Guntersville facing off once again. Well, that's going to do it tonight. Enjoyed it, my friend.
I enjoyed it, Jeff.
Thanks for being with us tonight. Again, congratulations to the Guntersville girls and Arab girls. They'll play for the Marshall County Tournament Championship, and Albertville and Guntersville will play for the boys championship on Saturday. And you can hear all the action right here on Power 107.5 FM. For Dave Soha, I'm Jeff Allen. Said good night, everyone, and have a great evening.
Horizon Communications archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
There's no better way to brighten up your day.
So you're having to rush to get to the cleaners before they close. Know the feeling? Yeah, me too. This is Michael St. John. Clean Right Cleaners in Arab and Guntersville have been cleaning and pressing my clothes for over 25 years, and my clothes are always clean, fresh, and perfectly pressed. And now Clean Right Cleaners Guntersville location next door to JJ's Hamburgers on Gunter Avenue has a brand new 24-hour kiosk for dropping off and picking up your clothes. It's easy to operate. Follow the step-by-step directions, and Clean Right Cleaners is open for your convenience anytime, right at your fingertips. Visit Clean Right Cleaners in Arab behind Clayton Chevrolet and in Guntersville at the new Anytime Kiosk, 2020 Gunter Avenue.
Hi, this is Kathy from Clean Right Cleaners. For over 32 years, we've cleaned your clothes and saved you money. Thank you for your business.
There's no better